what is this coding stuff? What is this governor's coding initiative about? And why is it important? So if you know this story, the governor's granddaughter, Elabeth, was trying to help him with his campaign. And she said, well, let me make an app. And she helped him by making an app. And he was just fascinated by the fact that his granddaughter could do these things. And you know, our governor has a lot of perspective from the national scope on security and important things like that. And he saw how valuable the skill set of people who are not just able to use computers, but who are able to develop solutions and solve problems through the use of computing could be. And so many things like finding your way when you are lost, or having a computer tell you what you should buy, or where's the least expensive place to buy something, whether you're buying it for yourself or for your business, or you're going on vacation. The power of computing is immense, and the value that brings is tremendous. And having the folks and the manpower to build those systems is really what coding and computer science is about. So where did we come from? In the late 1900s, when I came to ASMS, I had a computer science class. My first year there, I took computer programming with Hunter Epperson and Carl Frank and Bruce Jones. I know a couple of those folks are still running around Hot Springs. And Bruce Jones taught me C++, and Carl Frank taught me more C++. And so that was my introduction to computer programming. Now, computer science is not just coding. Computer science is this abstract notion that is hard to pin down. But you can imagine what coding is. You see it in the movie. You've got the person hunched over the keyboard and the things are scrolling around. You imagine, so coding really is just translating instructions into something that a machine can follow. How many of you work in industries where you translate instructions for a machine to follow? When I went to my dentist, she got out this magic wand and she fished around inside my mouth, and it was scanning the three-dimensional model of my tooth. And then, a little while later, a mill fired up, and with two little motorized Dremel tools, it cut out a crown for me while I sat there watching HGTV. It used to take weeks to get a crown made, and it didn't fit when it got there. This thing was computer controlled, so it was just having a machine that we have taught to do a job, or that we have programmed to do a job. Coding is the process of teaching these machines to do these things. It costs a lot of money to lift something into outer space. And there are now missions that are going without the necessary tools to fix the vessels. But what they are taking are 3D printing machines that have the plans to produce the tools. So rather than have a whole toolbox, which is very heavy and expensive to launch into outer space, you have some filament and you have a machine and you print out the tool that you need at the time, which is pretty neat. And